What is up, you guys? Let's get into the Clash in Paris review. It was fire, but let's get into the first match. So we begin the show with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in what I would say was an absolute banger of a match, which was mostly all the matches of the night except one. I thought the beginning was just beefy, big brawl between two big dudes, and it wasn't giving craziness. You end up getting a match. You had a couple crazy kickouts by Roman, crazy kickouts by Bronson Reed. Roman hit like a crazy Superman punch while Bronson was on the top rope, and Roman ended up picking up the win in this match, which led to an aftermath celebration where he basically gets the Shulafala from Paul Heyman and guillotines Paul Heyman until he falls asleep. Standing on the announce table, is signing his shoes, throwing them at the crowd, but the camera angle turns, and boom, there he goes, shows up. Braun Breaker is in the building, spears Roman through the table, and has taken out Roman likely from competition for months. Jey Uso came out, but Bronson Reed, even while Roman was on the stretcher, hitting him with multiple tsunamis. Roman Reigns has definitely been scratched from the WWE for a couple months. I'm excited to see maybe what they can do after that, if he's going to come back for Survivor Series, if maybe it's all the way till the Royal Rumble. But Roman Reigns is out for a while, one of the big takeaways, and Bronson Reed looked very strong, even with the loss. All right, and then up next, we had the Wyatt Six versus the Street Profits for the tag team titles, a sponsored match. The worst. Street Profits came out with actually decently cool ring gear, masks, almost looking like Ant-Man, pretty much. But Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford kind of backstage have been having a lot of beef and just awkward tension over the last few weeks. We saw a lot of this at the start of the match. Wyatt Six looked very strong, but the Street Profits were confused. They weren't finding their groove until later on the match. We had a lot of tags from Montez Ford where Angelo Dawkins pretty much wasn't ready to be taken out of the match, and a lot of miscommunication. But the match hit a couple crazy spots. Of course, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis just flying all over the place. Angelo Dawkins flying all over the place. I remember Montez Ford did a crazy swanton bomb on the outside, hitting Eric Rowan and Dexter Lumis on the barricades. I mean, it was typical Wyatt Six kind of shenanigans, but I loved the match. And ended up being that Montez got his foot held down by Nikki Cross, and they were able to pick up the roll-up from the Wyatt Six, calling for a Street Profits loss and the Wyatt Six to retain. I really like this match. I'm excited to see where they can go, possibly, if you're going to turn the Street Profits heel on one of them, on turning on one another. I would probably say you have to go with Angelo Dawkins. That's just me. I think Montez Ford is just so much more over with the crowd, but I'm excited to see more on how they can keep working with the SmackDown Tag Division. Up next, easily the worst match of the night, and I was able to tell it was going to be horrible just off when Nikki Bella came out. She was doing the dance, no pop whatsoever, and then came out Becky Lynch, and the crowd hijacked this match. And I hate to blame on the crowd because it's hard to go root for Nikki Bella over Becky Lynch. And that was pretty similar to the crowd at SummerSlam where they were doing the wave and cheering for Becky when she came out. It's just, Becky is so over as a heel and doing such a great job that the people she faces, unless they're the Rhea Ripleys, the Io Skys, are going to really have a hard time getting over in that feud. But the match was horrible. I try to be positive during these reviews, but the match was awful. There was a point where Becky was slamming Nikki Bella Nikki Bella was taking Becky from the head and just slamming her into the table, and it looked fake. But hey, wrestling is real, but that looked fake, and that looked horrible, and that was an embarrassment to the Women's Intercontinental title. I was very disappointed during that match, but the rest of the show really helped pick up for it, and it happens, mistakes happen, but Nikki Bella just didn't look good there. And then we moved into, for me, what was one of the best matches of the year, the good old Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Rusev. Just wrestling, man. Sheamus goes through a bar. The kendo stick shots. It was a flying. Sheamus jumps off the top rope. Rusev hits him like a baseball bat right in the gut, right in the midsection. They went through 2 tables, and Rusev got up immediately, which is crazy. They were standing on probably 8 barrels. They ran it out, almost going to the crowd, but Sheamus starts hitting them with a kendo stick over the chest. It was a banger, as Sheamus has consistently put on. And with Rusev winning, I don't know if this is it. I think with how over Sheamus is, maybe you continue this program, but also if not, I'm fine. I think Rusev did need the win more than Sheamus. The reason I really saw Sheamus winning is because how over he was with the crowd. You even saw the boos coming to Rusev, and the pop for Sheamus was one of the best of the night. So while I don't fully know where you're going to then go with Sheamus, where you're going to go with Rusev after this, I'm excited to see what they can do, because it would definitely be surprises to me, because I'm really just shocked on where you can go with these guys. Hopefully they're going to keep this feud going, because it has been fire. But if not, let's see what they got going for them. Up next, the best match of the night. I said one of probably for Rusev and Sheamus. It was crazy. But this Cena-Logan Paul match did miracles. I mean, it probably healed people of death. Like, this match was phenomenal. Cena hitting sunset flips. I mean, like, what do you do? Styles Clash. Logan Paul, you saying you can't see me hitting him with a 5-knuckle shuffle. This was vintage U.S. title run Cena we were seeing. The match was just crazy, and I think Logan Paul elevates wrestlers, because I haven't seen Cena put that good of a match on, other than maybe the SummerSlam street fight this entire year. Logan Paul's a beast, and he needs to keep getting put on shows. And lastly, what everyone went to Paris to see, the main event, the Fatal 4-Way Men's World Heavyweight Championship match. First, Jey Uso comes out to the crowd, crazy pop. LA Knight then comes out, crazy pop. CM Punk comes out, and everyone's singing Cult of Personality. And then Seth Rollins comes out, and his chorus is just going crazy as the woes are heard through all of Paris, France. These pops got me so excited for this match. It hit. I mean, guys going through tables. They were fighting outside near the fans. Jey Uso with some big super kick to CM Punk. And then the ending. The ending for me wasn't perfect. I'm very happy to see Becky. Look, I'm very happy to see Becky Lynch. And it was another way of just CM Punk's got it, and boom. Seth finds a way for CM Punk to not win like he always is. He won't let it happen. I still don't know how I feel about Becky, because I think you've been pushing this narrative that Seth is trying to build the future of the business, the future of the company, and that's not it with Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch is nearing the end, Seth is nearing the end. And it's not like Becky Lynch is going to develop from working with Seth. She's already as high as she can get. Probably one of the greatest, if not maybe the greatest women's wrestler ever. That's a hot take, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't think Becky's doing as well from it as a Ilya Dragunov, as an Austin Theory. You know, I just think there was other ways, better ways to go with it. And I think WWE really missed out on some good opportunities to push some guys who are in need of a push, and not a woman who is currently the Intercontinental Champion, 4-horsewoman, and one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. And that is my review on the show. Overall, great job by the WWE. Thank you guys so much. I enjoyed that like crazy. I really loved it. Sheamus Russo was fire. Logan Paul versus John Cena was amazing. The tag match was good. Roman and Bronson was fire. And the main event was good. And then you had the Becky Lynch-Nikki Bella match. Not really. Let's call it the Nikki Bella match. She was horrible. Becky Lynch was the only thing they had going in the match. But yeah, that was just disappointing. But otherwise, the show is one of my favorite, like, I guess you can call B-tier PLEs of the year. The crowd did this justice too. But yeah. Loved it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll have Monday Night Raw coming out tomorrow. I'm sorry I couldn't get out SmackDown this week. I was traveling, and I'll be back to consistent videos soon. All right, guys. Wrestle Talk fam out. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.